Hello, good morning, second graders. Welcome to our technology class, week 7. We're really excited to be with you guys again this week. And we really miss you guys. You want to come and say good morning, Michael? Good morning, second graders. We really miss you guys. And this week we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, but one of the things is we're going to go over some of our typing lessons. Yes. So I just wanted to quickly go through because every week you have been given a new typing assignment. And I know there's a lot of you guys who have been keeping up with it. Great work. And some of you guys, I think, haven't started yet. So then I wanted to just review what we're doing. So we are doing something called Typing Jungle. And so everybody has their own account, right? Their own login with a username and a password. And we do a few lessons every week, and they're very short lessons. Like for example, this was in the beginning, typing the letter F and J, pretty simple. We had F and J, then we had D and K, and it just goes through pretty much all of the letters on the keyboard, but you're just doing a few of them at a time. S and L we did, A and semicolon. What else? We kept doing A and semicolon. Then they made a few short words for you guys. And so then, let's see, then we moved to some of the top row letters. Okay. And this is where we ended last week, I believe, with lesson 51. And so they're very short. They each take just a few minutes. And so now this week we are doing lessons 52 to 56. So we're learning the letters V and M. So I'm just going to open up one of the lessons just to show you guys. So it tells you how to type. So when you see the blue, it's showing you which finger you're supposed to be using to type with that on that letter. So for example, with V, it was your left pointer finger, right? You're typing the letter V. With M, it was your right pointer finger that you were bringing down. Okay, so it's going to just go through a series of literally typing VM, VM, MVM, and you're just following through, making sure that you're using the correct finger on the keyboard. And it's pretty short. And you're done. So you did the first part already. And then when you're done with that, you move on to the next one, lesson 53. So we're going all the way up to lesson 56. So please make sure that you're doing these lessons every week because I give you credit for them. So this is part of your assignment as part of technology class. And it's a great way to keep learning how to type at home. And believe me, I wish that you guys could be in the technology room and we could be doing this together. But since we can't at the moment, we are making the best of our time. And, I don't want you guys to lose out on learning anything, right? So that's why I really care about you guys. And I know that, yes, you have to do it at home, but you know what? I think you guys could easily give up 10 minutes a week to do some typing, right? Because everybody has so many of these devices at home and they're playing their games and watching their videos and everything. And I think you could stop and you could say, I'm in second grade now. I think I should go practice my typing because I don't want to lose those skills, right? Just because we're not going into the technology room doesn't mean that we should just stop learning, right? We should keep going with it. So I'm really proud of you guys for stepping up and being independent and that you keep doing and learning at home, right? I'm so proud of you guys. Really, you are awesome. Yeah, they are awesome. Okay, so that is going to be, so your assignment for this week, lessons 52 to 56, typing. And then we are going to have a special lesson this week. There's some videos that are in the lesson. And I really like this lesson a lot because it starts to teach us about identifying our feelings and our emotions. And this is so important as part of technology class Because when we spend so much time in front of these screens with these devices, it can be easy for us to forget that we are human beings and we have feelings inside of ourselves, we have emotions, and we have to learn how to identify them, how to know how we're feeling. And because if we don't know how we're feeling, it can sometimes cause a lot of trouble for us, because maybe we're feeling nervous about something, or we're feeling a little bit anxious about something, but we don't really know what that feeling is. And so instead, what happens is we don't share it because we don't know what it is, but it comes out through other ways, right? And it could come out through us having some sort of an outburst where, we just don't even know, we just kind of get cranky or whatever. Maybe we get whiny or something. And we don't, because we don't really know how to share how we're feeling. And it's really important because for us to learn to name our feeling, it helps us to be able to then calm down and think about it with our brain and come up with some sort of a solution of how we can handle something. And my opinion is that the more time we spend on these devices, just playing these games and watching like YouTube and things like that, I think the crankier we get, right? And then we don't want to do anything else because we got so used to just sitting there on our device. And then somebody comes over and they want to talk to you like mom or dad. Hey, how was your day today? Tell me, how are you feeling? And all you want to do is, I just want to keep quiet, right? And you don't even want to talk to anybody. So there has to be a balance, right? And we always, of course, the balance should be that technology is helping our life. It's not hurting us, right? And so I like to do this with you guys because you're getting older now. And I really want you guys to learn these social emotional skills because I think they're going to be really important in your future. And so you're going to learn a lot about technology, how to use computers and devices, which we've been learning, all these programs, but we can't forget that we're people and people are all around us. And how do we interact with people, right? And that's a big word, but it pretty much means how do we treat people, right? How do you treat your friends? Do you care about how they're feeling? How do they treat you, right? And so that's really important. So we will be learning this story today about this boy, and it's a little video. And I'm going to put the video on. And then what we're going to be thinking about is identifying feelings. So what we're using here is this word called empathy. And so really the first step is learning how to say how you're feeling, right? Getting comfortable with sharing, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm a little bit worried today, I'm feeling kind of shy, right? And you're used to sharing how you feel. And the more comfortable you get with that, the easier it will be for you to show empathy. And what that is it is for you being able to look at a friend or somebody else and figure out how they're feeling. And that's like kind of going to the next step where you can really care about other people because you take time to look and see how they're feeling. And this is very important when we are on the internet, right? And so in January, we're going to be starting some lessons on internet safety. And we talk a lot about how we talk to people on the internet, our friends. How do we sound when we're sending little messages and things? And how do we stay safe, right? How do we know when something or somebody on the internet is making us have a really uncomfortable feeling? And what do we do about that? Who can we tell? So that's why the first thing we need to learn is how are we feeling, right? And are we comfortable sharing it with other people? So let me put on this video and we'll get into the story, and then it'll help us to learn how to identify feelings. Okay, so here's the story of this boy. So watch and pay attention what happens to him.
Where's Daniel?
Daniel?
Daniel? I'm lost!
Daniel, where are you? Sure. Daniel? Daniel?
Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here in the story. So we see this boy here, and he's with his family, right? And they're out walking. They're going for a little walk in the woods. And then he gets distracted, right? And he kind of goes off in another direction. And then we see that he becomes separated from his family, right? And now he's looking around trying to find them. And then they realize that he's not there and they're looking around trying to find him. And just by looking at his face, how do you think he's feeling right now? I'm gonna say pretty scared, maybe. Nervous, a little bit anxious. He's worried that he can't find his family, and he's starting to think, oh my goodness, what had happened? Where are they? Yeah, so I like you named worried, you said scared, anxious, nervous. Yeah, these would all be feelings that you would be having if something like this happened to you, right? And so we can see just by looking at the picture, just by looking at his face, right? And then we take a look at the mom and we look at her face. And how would you describe it, Lego Man? Um, I think she also looks worried, maybe a little bit concerned. Maybe she's feeling frustrated and anxious. Yeah, I like it. You chose some other ones too. Definitely, she could be feeling frustrated. Oh no, he wasn't paying attention and now he ran off and we don't know where he is, right? And then we have the picture of the dad and he's looking around. And how do you think he's feeling? He looks like confused, like he doesn't know where to look, worried, like he's kind of in a rush. Yeah, so maybe worried, confused. So these are all real feelings that people have, right? And they have them because things happen sometimes, right? And so of course, when something is happening to you, like in this case, becoming separated from your family, you're going to have those feelings, right? Okay, so now let's take a look and see what ends up happening with the end of the story.
Where's Daniel?
Daniel?
Daniel? I'm lost!
Daniel, where are you? Sure. Daniel? Daniel?
Daniel! Dad!
Daniel, where are you?
I'm over here!
Hey, you are. All right, there you are. Hey, come on, let's go. Mom's waiting, huh?
Daniel? What happened, honey? I was chasing after my airplane and then I didn't know where I was.
Yeah, he did the right thing, though. He stayed right where he was and yelled for help.
I'm glad Dad found you. Let's all stick together, okay?
All righty.
Come on.
Let's go.
Okay, so we see a few things happening here, right? When he ends up finding his family, and we see that, how do you think he was feeling then when you looked at his face? I think he was feeling like thankful, relieved. He felt happy, very happy, excited to see them again. Yeah, happy, excited, thankful that he saw that his dad heard him, right? And they did mention that he did the right thing. He stayed put and he just called for help, right? He didn't go wandering around and get lost even more. He stayed in one place, right? And that can definitely be a scary thing to happen if you ever get lost. But he did the right thing. And then when they found him, he felt very happy, right? And then the mom and the brother were waiting, and we saw their faces, and they looked like, oh, thank goodness we found him. We're so happy, right? And so again, this is just a short little video that just helps you guys just to be able to look at somebody's face and look at what's happening to them and start to learn how they're feeling, right? So that's important for you guys. So like if we were together right now, what I would probably have us do is we'd go around and everybody could take a turn sharing how they're feeling. And then that would just help you to get more comfortable sharing your feelings with other people, right? And also for you to start looking at yourself and thinking, how am I feeling right now, right? Because then the next step after that is helping yourself to say, well, why am I feeling this way? You know, did something happen? Is there something that I can do to help myself to change the way that I'm feeling, right? Or again, if we're using empathy to help somebody else, right? Like if you see a friend and they're looking kind of sad, what could you say to them? What could you do for them to bring happiness and make them feel happy? Right? And that's really what empathy is. Let me just put on this little song that they have for you guys. And I think this helps to explain what it is. So I'll put it on.
In every situation, your feelings mean so much to you, but you know that you're not alone. There's other folks with feelings too. So when you get together, try to understand how they might feel, cause they might have their own ideas with feelings that are just as real. Oh, empathy means feeling what others feel. You felt it too. Happy, sad, angry, glad. You notice it and you understand. Oh, empathy is feeling what others feel. You felt it too. Happy, sad, angry, glad. You notice it and you understand. That's right. Empathy means trying to understand how another feels. See the clues on a person's face, then wonder what's their point of view. The next step is compassion. That's being kind and finding ways to help a friend. That's easy when you understand. Oh, empathy means feeling what others feel. You felt it too. Happy, sad, angry, glad. You notice it and you understand. Oh, empathy is feeling what others feel. You felt it too. Happy, sad, angry, glad. You notice it and you understand. Oh, empathy means feeling what others feel. You felt it too. Happy, sad, angry, glad. You notice it and you understand. Oh, empathy is feeling what others feel. You felt it too. Happy, sad, angry, glad. You notice it and you understand. That's right.
Okay, just a cute little song to share with you guys, and hopefully to help you understand what empathy is, right? And why it's so important for us to understand how we're feeling and understand how other people are feeling. And like I was saying in the beginning of our class, it's really important because you guys are growing up with technology as part of your everyday lives, right? And so that's why we do these lessons, because we can't just give you technology and say, go ahead, do what you want with it. We have to teach you, right? How to use it for good, how to use it to help you. And we also have to teach you how to be able to be somebody who can look around at other people and truly care about them, because you understand how you feel, you understand how they feel, you can understand other people. And that's a skill that I think is going to be a really important part of all of your lives as you guys get older. Okay, so your assignment for this week is going to be this sheet. So it says identifying feelings. So I'll make it a little bit bigger. So this is what's going to happen. where you're going to pretend that you're a feelings photographer. And you're going to choose one of the scenarios over here. So it says, show me how you would feel if you tripped and spilled juice on the floor. You left your favorite book on the bus. You received a birthday card in the mail. You had an argument with your friend. You got an invitation to a party, or you broke a family member's favorite mug. So you can choose one of them, and then you can make the face of how it would look like. Legoman, which one do you want to pick?
I want to pick the one I received an invitation to a party. This is how I would look. I'm so excited! I'm going to a Lego party! Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, so I think I would say that you would be excited if you got a birthday invitation. So then what you would do is you would draw a picture of their face, of how they would be feeling. And then you could write the feeling. So for example, if say you were working with Lego Man, I would draw Lego Man's face and I would make a big excited face and then I would write excited. So you can take turns with somebody at home and just ask them, say, hey, choose one of these and then show me your face of how you would be feeling if this happened to you. And then you can draw a picture of each other's faces and then write how you would be feeling. So it's just a fun little activity to just get you guys to start looking around the world and just looking at people, right? And trying to figure out how are they feeling, right? And this will make you a better person because now you will have this emotional intelligence is what we call it. And it's a really, really important skill to have. Somebody who can look around and figure out just how are they feeling? And then the even more important thing is, what can I do about this, right? That's where it comes into play that all of you guys are going to be world changers. When you grow up in the world, God has an amazing plan for every one of your lives. And guess what? I know 100% that his plan, it involves other people because God is about people and he really cares about us caring about other people. And so that's why the better you are at being a feelings detective and then actually doing something about it, like brightening up other people's days, you will change the world. You really will. And you will also be using technology to change the world because if you are somebody who maybe you're going to make an app, right? Maybe you're going to design your own app. And when you're making that app, you're going to be thinking, how is this app going to make people feel? Is it going to make them feel happy and excited? Or is it going to make them feel angry and sad, right? And hopefully you'll make an app that makes people feel happy and excited, right? Because we want to bring joy into our world, right? And love into our world. So that is our lesson for today. So have fun with this activity. And thanks for listening to the little video story. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you. And don't forget about the typing, okay? Get those typing figures out and type. And you guys will become super fast typers. Okay, so we will see you guys next time. Thank you for having us.
Goodbye, guys. We miss you. We love you. See you next time.